All right, let's dive right into NVIDIA's latest quarter, fiscal Q3 2026. We're going to break it all down using a really sharp analyst report from BGVC as our guide. Because, as you're about to see, these numbers are telling a story that's way bigger than just another strong earnings call.
This quote from the report, it absolutely nails it. This isn't just about a company doing well. We are watching, in real time, AI shift from a cool science project into a full-blown industrial revolution. And NVIDIA, well, they're standing right at the epicenter.
So here's the core idea, the central thesis from the BGVC report. Think of NVIDIA as the steam engine of our time. It's powering this entire new era. But here's the real kicker. The report argues that the market, even now, hasn't fully wrapped its head around just how massive this whole transformation is going to be. Let's start with the numbers to see why.
Okay, first up, the financials. And I'm not kidding when I say these numbers are so big, they almost seem to defy the laws of gravity. Get this, $57 billion. That's NVIDIA's revenue for a single quarter. What's truly wild, though, is that this is up 62% from the year before. I mean, to grow that fast on an already huge base, it's something you almost never see in the tech world. So where is all this money coming from? You really only have to look at this one chart. That massive blue slice tells you the entire story. The data center business now makes up almost 90% of all revenue. It's not just a part of the company anymore, it is the company. So forget what you thought you knew. NVIDIA is now, first and foremost, the world's primary builder of AI factories. So we've seen the staggering results, but the real question is, how? How are they pulling this off? The answer is all in the technology, specifically their game-changing new architecture, Blackwell. This slide is absolutely crucial because it shows a fundamental shift in their whole business model. This isn't just an upgrade. See, in the Hopper era, they were selling GPU boards for, around $300,000. With Blackwell, they're selling the entire NVL72 rack system, literally the heart of a data center, for over $3 million. They've gone from selling car parts to selling the entire car, or in this case, the entire factory. It's a brilliant move to capture a way bigger piece of their customers' budgets.
And the demand for this new system? Management themselves are calling it off the charts. There was all this chatter on Wall Street about a potential slowdown between product cycles. Well, so much for that. Blackwell is completely sold out through the end of 2026. This isn't a demand gap, it's a demand tidal wave.
And this is where their strategy gets just ruthless. NVIDIA has slammed the accelerator down, compressing its product cycle from 2 years to just 1. We go from Hopper to Blackwell to the next one, Rubin, in 2026. This relentless pace creates a huge competitive moat. Their rivals can barely get a product out to compete with the last generation before NVIDIA is already shipping the next one. It's just incredible.
So we've got the numbers, we've got the tech, but where does the next wave of growth even come from? Well, as we're about to see, NVIDIA's kingdom is expanding way beyond the usual tech giants. The report basically identifies two main growth engines that are firing on all cylinders right now. First, you've got this ongoing arms race between the huge cloud providers, the hyperscalers like Amazon and Google. And second, there's this powerful new customer category that a lot of people are underestimating, sovereign AI.
So, what on earth is sovereign AI? It's actually a pretty straightforward idea. It's nations around the world deciding they absolutely need to own and control their own AI infrastructure. They're doing it for national security, for economic competition, and even to make sure their own language and culture are represented in these new AI models. We're talking about Japan, countries all over the Middle East, European states. All of them are now becoming massive, direct, billion-dollar customers for NVIDIA.
At the exact same time, you've got this fascinating dynamic playing out with the big tech players. Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, Google. They're all caught in what you could call a classic prisoner's dilemma. None of them can afford to slow down their spending on AI, because if a competitor gets an edge, it's an existential threat. This locks in tens of billions of dollars in demand, and almost all of that money flows in one direction, straight to NVIDIA.
So, let's bring this all together. You've got locked-in demand, technology that's accelerating, brand new customers. What's the final verdict from the BGVC report? Now let's talk about the stock price. You might look at it today and think it's expensive, trading at around 42 times its yearly earnings. But for a company growing this fast, that's really the wrong way to look at it. You have to look forward. When you look at the projected earnings for fiscal year 2027, that PE ratio drops all the way down to a much more reasonable 27. And for a company that has a near monopoly and is growing like a weed, well, that paints a totally different picture of its value.
All of this brings the report to a pretty clear conclusion: a conviction buy rating and a price target of $250. The argument is that the market is still undervaluing NVIDIA's role as the fundamental operating system for this entire new digital economy.
And that kind of leaves us with this final thought to chew on. In a world where computing power is the new oil, it's the one resource that fuels absolutely everything, NVIDIA isn't just another oil company. It's the planet's only superwell, and right now, the line of customers stretches as far as the eye can see.